I had a very emotional case this morning. Did you know that men are 25% more likely to have romantic feelings for friends of the opposite sex than women? The young couple in court had been together for 10 years. He had many female friends, and she was so jealous, it brought them to divorce court.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Alexa McBride and
Ramil.
Ramil.
Yes.
Mr. Brice, how are you?
I'm doing fine.
You two have been together for 10 years. You have one child together. Ms. McBride, you want to end this relationship, and since you've been cohabitating for a period of time, you want to resolve some of the economic issues, one of which is with respect to a car. First, I'm going to start with Ms. McBride. Why don't you tell me why you believe this union is ending after such a significant period of time?
It's been bumpy. You know, I believe every relationship is bumpy, and it's been on and off times also. At this point, though, recently I've just had a miscarriage, so it's just been very emotional for me, and I just thought that I couldn't take it anymore.
When you say it's been very emotional for you, I mean, and a miscarriage it's a very traumatizing event that I think a lot of people don't understand the magnitude of. Mm-hmm. Did you find that Mr. Brice was not as comforting as he needed to be?
He wasn't comforting, he wasn't supportive, he wasn't interested, none of the above. I might as well have been by myself.
Was that the last straw for you, his failure to be there for you emotionally when that occurred? Actually,
my last straw was when he actually threw it in my face. He said, "You're not having my baby anymore, so won't you just leave?"
I object.
Well, you can't object, Mr. Brice, but you can get heard. Okay. Why don't you tell me your version of that event?
Okay, so what happened, you know, when she did leave, the day of when she did leave, she didn't want nobody to know about her having a miscarriage. Because before she got pregnant, we was real bumpy. When she got pregnant, I was trying to make it work because I'm like, all right, this is our second child. Let's try to make it work or whatever like that. So that's why in the text message I said you might as well leave because, like, it seemed like you're the same person and
Mr. Brice,
like
let me help you out here a little bit. When someone goes through an extraordinarily traumatic experience and something happens in that time, they act a little crazy, and you can't pin them for that. You can't say you came out of your neck about this, that, or the other thing. She was just upset in general, and she gets a pass. That's what happens. You get a pass for that. You come in calm. You come in, I'm sorry about that. I'll make sure my mom doesn't say anything else. You come in like a man that is supportive and caring and calming and cool and not saying, oh, you like the old woman that was before. I'm getting rid of you. She's had a crisis. Period. End of story. She may have done or said the wrong thing. As the man who impregnated her with that life that she lost, you support her. That's what happens. Ms. McBride.
Yes, ma'am.
You say he talks down to you. Why don't you tell me about that?
Ramil he comes off very nice and calm, but when behind closed doors, he's very frustrated, very angry. He calls me names when he gets angry. He'll do it in front of our son. One time I asked him, we were going up the steps, I forgot we were coming from somewhere, and I guess we were in a bad mood or we were arguing, and he, starts calling me names. And I said, Ramil, our son is right here. He can hear everything that you're saying right now. And he says, it's okay if he knows you are a B.
Mr. Brice, did that occur?
I don't remember. I don't know the day she's talking about, and I don't remember saying that. But I know our arguments do get heated.
But you do not deny calling her those things in front of your children or your child.
I probably did, slipped up. And I told her, before I even got there, I said, I don't think you should be here because I don't like how my son's seeing me around you. Like, I told her this.
Anger is a decision. It really is. You mouth all day long. And you can decide, though it is irritating, though it is uncomfortable, though it is bothering you, you can decide as a man, as a person, not to return that anger. You just don't do it. I don't believe in this. They know where my buttons are, or she took me there. No one can take you there. You walk there on your own. Having said that, Ms. McBride, are you one of these people who are out there, yap, 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 hollering, hooping, and carrying on when anything irritates you?
No, it's not that when everything in it irritates me. It's not that. It's when I start to get hurt when he says hurtful things like what he just said. Like he doesn't want to marry me, and like I'll sit there and I'll ask him like, what am I doing that is not right? What am I doing that you need more of, that you need more from? You know, and he never give me an answer. It's upsetting. I'll cry, you know, when he talks about my family members.
I tell
I'll
her
get
all the
upset.
time. I tell her all the time, like, what she can do to be a better woman. It's
Ooh,
not.
what do you tell her?
Huh?
Yeah,
What do you tell
this.
her to be a better woman?
Listen to how he talks to me.
Tell me.
Say, all right, like, her helping me out, like, you know, paying the bills. Like, her first year of living with me, she ain't helped me out one time with paying rent. And I used to tell her, like, you know, like, can you help me? None of this was really getting through to her. Nothing.
I will help.
Is
It's
that the main thing, that no economic support?
It's like, that's one of the reasons. That was one of the reasons. She been with me for 3 years now. She got 3 income taxes, $4,000, probably $5,000 each income tax. And I don't even know I could count on my one hand how many times she brought stuff in the house with that, with her whole income tax. Ain't like none of them in my inbox and I'm trying to go see them or whatever like that.
Exposing your genitals never resolves an argument. Ever. Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as getting a divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Mrs. McBride, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me about your suspicions that Mr. Brice is cheating on you?
Okay, so Ramil loves social media. I don't know if you know this, but they have groups. They're not like chat groups, but they're like aside from the normal social media. Mm-hmm. And he was on there posting, he was on a sex group. He was in a particular sex group where they talk about having sex, and sometimes they meet and things like that. So on this particular group, he posted a picture of his private parts on the internet for the world to see. And I definitely had a problem with that. It hurt me. I wonder why he would even try to do something like that. You know, he has no privacy or respect for himself.
Mr. Brice, I ain't mad. I'm not gonna get excited. I am deeply intrigued by the private parts on the internet issue, because apparently it happens a lot. So I want you to walk me through the the emotional process that precedes an exposure.
I don't know. I guess it's an ego thing. I don't know.
An ego thing.
Yeah.
Do other guys in that group do it? Is it something like a common practice on this particular group?
I mean, there's a bunch of groups out there. It's just a particular group that we was in, that my friends, we made up, and it was like girls in it and everything like that. And that's what I'm guessing.
Yes,
it's just
other
an ego
people do
thing.
it too.
Do you find that at all disrespectful to the woman that had your child and was about to have another one of your children?
I do.
Then why?
At the time when I did it, it was like, we was arguing and all the time, and I didn't really think nothing of it because I'm not really seeing these girls. Like, ain't like none of them in my inbox, and I'm trying to go see them or whatever like that.
Exposing your genitals never resolves an argument.
Excuse me.
Ever. It's not like, hey, you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have done this. Oh, yes, I see your penis. Okay, you're right. It doesn't make any sense. It's a childish thing to do. It's a revenge move. It's ridiculous.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you so much.
How did that make you feel when you saw his situation all out there like that?
I was embarrassed. I was completely embarrassed and hurt, betrayed.
Do you feel like he loves you, that he treats you like a person that he cherishes? What do you feel like from him? Do you feel like a convenience? Do you feel like...
I feel like I'm his comfort zone.
Explain that.
We started when we were 16. And it's been pretty much just us two. It may have been on and off, but he always came back to me. I don't know why. He's had other girlfriends, but he always came back to me. And I feel like I really don't know what it is that comes back to me because he doesn't... Because... Thank you. I don't understand why he comes back to me, Judge.
Let's ask him.
Okay.
Mr. Brice, you've indicated a couple of faults and things that you believe she brings into the relationship and that she should be a better woman. Why do you, in fact, keep coming back to someone you believe is not adequate to be your woman or your wife?
Well, I guess it's a misunderstanding because I believe she come back to me. Like, she's saying I come back to her. I'm saying, how do I come back to her when she's the one, like, when we first broke up, she was the one that came back to me because I ain't...
I'll accept that. I'll accept that. But my question to you is, like, if there's a guy that I used to like and he comes back to me and I don't like him, I tell him to go away.
Okay, so why do I accept her back when she comes?
Right.
Well, we have good chemistry, you know? There's a lot of good chemistry
Sex?
that we do have. Yes, the sex, sex chemistry, yeah.
Do you think she wants to be your wife? Do you think she wants
yes,
more
I
than
do
you?
think that she wants, but it's
Do
like...
you believe that it's disrespectful at all to continue to enjoy your sexual life with her, to continue to procreate with her, and really don't have any intention of giving her that lifelong commitment that she's looking for?
Yeah, I don't think it's right. And I tell her.
And that's why we're here.
I get a phone call for one of his little girlfriends. And she calls me, and then I'm laying down with my son, and she walks in our bedroom.
Do you believe Ramil was cheating on Alexa? Vote now. Call 855-70-DIVORCE. Make your vote count. Call 855-70-DIVORCE and get your exclusive offers. If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. To Mr. Brice's point, I'm going to ask you, why do you keep coming back when it doesn't seem that he wants to give you what you want?
Well, what I want is to really get married, but I don't think that we're in the space to really do that, but I do want to work towards that. Like, that's the goal. When I come back to him, I never get the feeling that he doesn't want me to be there. He never asks me to leave.
Other than the exposure on the internet, do you believe that Mr. Brice has been faithful you during the times that you were together? Because I know that you separate and got back together. But was there any cheating going on, or do you believe when he's with you, he's really with you?
When he's with me, as far as sex-wise, you know, I never really know. But I trust him. I've never caught him actually having sex with someone. But there was this time we were living together. It was maybe about 3 years ago. We were living together. I came there with my son, and he went out. Whatever. I let him go out, and I get a phone call for one of his little girlfriends, and she calls me, and then I'm laying down with my son, and she walks in our bedroom. She just walks in our house with his keys in our bedroom, and I'm like, well, what are you doing here? I have my son. You need to get out. You need to go ahead and I don't even know why you're here. So she leaves, and she crashes his car and everything. Now this is an ex-girlfriend that's really insignificant, but obviously significant to him in some sort of way.
Mr. Brice,
even though she's trashy.
Can you give me your version of that event?
I went, chill with my ex or whatever. So my ex had my phone, and I guess she called her, whatever the situation was, and they was going back and forth with it.
And you didn't feel obligated to either one of them.
I was asleep.
He was drunk.
I was asleep. I was asleep. I passed out.
But you weren't in a relationship with either one of them.
No.
So they were fighting over a ghost. There was nothing there.
What happened was, you know, when she called Alexa, they started having words. You know, I don't know what Alexa said.
That's not true. That's what she told him. He don't know what we was on the phone talking about.
What happened?
What happened to your car?
She crashed it.
What, did she got in it and banged it up, or she?
We both was drunk. You know, we both was drunk. I passed out. She grabbed my car keys, and she drove trying to go to my house.
Into like 4 cars.
And she crashed it, but she still made it up there. I don't know how she still made it up there. She still made it up there. And they had a little going out when, you know, when she got at the house, because she took my car keys. She had, you know, keys to my house or whatever like that. So that's how that situation went. But I wouldn't count that as cheating, because I ain't had no commitment to her.
I understand exactly what you're saying. I don't count it as cheating either. As you had 2 women fighting over you. You weren't interested in either one of them. You know, the heck with it. You can sleep with them. You can go drink with them. And if they want to fight each other, it's fine, because, hey, you don't care about either one. In divorce court, couples tell me everything about their relationships. Want to share your experience? Join the conversation on our Twitter page at Divorce Court. On Facebook, check out other fans and their intimate issues. You know everybody has something to say about love. What's on your mind? You want $1,300 for a car. Explain that to me.
Well, the last income tax that he mentioned earlier, I wanted to buy a car. That's what I wanted to buy with my money. A car for me to be independent.
This was your income tax refund? Okay.
And, you know, of course I talked to him about it. You know, I tried to make a decision like that with both of us included. And he thought that that was a bad idea. Just like the year before that, I wanted to go to school. He thought it was a bad idea.
Okay.
But anyway.
I just want to talk about the car right now.
Okay.
So what did you decide to do?
I didn't get the car. I gave him $300 out of the $600 that he said I owed him for something.
Okay. Mr. Brice,
Yes.
You don't have to respond to that, because I'm going to deal with that in a second. But I'm going to say I'm mad at both of you. I'm going to start about why I'm mad at you. Then I'm going to tell you why I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you because you take advantage of people by not making a decision. You take advantage of people by not letting your intentions be known. You take advantage of people by just allowing them to give and give and give and give, knowing what they want in return, knowing full well you're not intending to give it to them, but you enjoy the fruits of their efforts to get you when you know you have no intention of getting got. I am angry with you because you drunk in a car and you got a 6-year-old at home. I'm angry with you because you got a woman who you know you don't think is good enough to marry pregnant a second time. I'm angry with you about all of that stuff. I'm angry with you about showing up as a boy in a male situations. You got your manhood going on the internet all out there. You got your manhood going, having sex with people. You got your manhood going with living with people. But when it really counts for being a man, when you need to be man enough to hold up your woman who was hurt and traumatized, you showed up a little boy. When you had 2 women fighting over and you didn't want either one of them, you were drunk and off and you showed up a little boy. And I want you to stop it. I don't want you to teach your son that this is what manhood looks like. This is what a failure to take care of your business looks like. This is what a little boy playing at a man looks like. And I don't want him to see that. I'm angry with you. I'm mad at you too. Don't you see what he's doing? He's allowing you to pursue him, knowing full well he doesn't want to get caught. Never, ever, not one time let a man tell you he doesn't want you more than once. You step. A man doesn't give you the respect and the things that you want, you move forward, because he will continue to use you as long as you allow it. Don't let it happen to you. You made a decision about money. It was a bad decision to make about money. You're responsible for the things that you do. He didn't take anything from you. And I'm mad at you, but I feel bad for you at the same time, because you're trying to do the right thing. But don't do the right thing with the wrong person, because it'll never work out for you. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered. Alexa and Ramil taught us a very important lesson. Don't keep giving love to someone who doesn't love and respect you in return. doing the right thing with the wrong person will never get you a good result.